The Ram 1500, a true titan of the American truck world, is now on the chopping block. Can you believe it? This isn't just any truck, it's the backbone of countless families, businesses, and communities. But Stellantis, the company behind Ram, has made a move so shocking it's sending ripples across the entire auto industry. Imagine this, a truck you've relied on for decades disappearing from dealership lots. Why is this happening? What's driving these drastic changes? And more importantly, how will it affect you? Stick around because this isn't just about trucks, it's about jobs, communities, and the future of the American automotive market. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. To understand why this moment is so critical, we need to revisit what made the Ram 1500 a legend in the first place. For years, this wasn't just a truck, it was the truck. Known for its rugged design, powerful engines, and practical features, the Ram 1500 became a symbol of American toughness and ingenuity. Whether you were hauling materials to a job site or packing up for a weekend adventure, this truck had your back. Ram didn't just follow the trends, it set them. From the introduction of the Hemi engine to innovations in luxury interiors, the Ram 1500 wasn't just built for work, it was built for life. It earned its place alongside icons like the Ford F-150 and Chevy Silverado, competing fiercely in one of the most cutthroat segments of the automotive market. For generations of truck owners, the Ram name was synonymous with reliability and pride. But even legends aren't immune to change. As the automotive landscape evolved, cracks started to appear in Ram's armor. Competitors like Ford and Toyota began introducing hybrids and EVs, while Ram struggled to adapt quickly. Now with Stellantis at the helm, Ram's once bright future is clouded by uncertainty. Behind the scenes, Stellantis is facing its own uphill battle. Formed from the merger of Fiat Chrysler Automobiles and PSA Group, this automotive powerhouse was supposed to bring innovation and stability to its brands. Instead, Stellantis has found itself in the middle of a storm. Falling sales, production slowdowns, and mounting worker unrest. The numbers tell a troubling story. Stellantis has suffered a 21% drop in vehicle sales compared to last year, forcing the company to make drastic changes. One of the hardest hit models, the Ram 1500 Classic. Once a dependable, affordable option for buyers, this truck is now being phased out, leaving a void in Stellantis' lineup. But the pain doesn't stop there. Stellantis has been slashing jobs across its factories, and the effects are rippling through its workforce and the communities that depend on those jobs. What was once a promising merger has turned into a series of tough decisions that many are questioning. Is Stellantis positioning itself for long-term success, or are these cuts a sign of deeper problems within the company? Adding to the turbulence, Stellantis' CEO Carlos Tavares recently stepped down, leaving the company at a critical crossroads. Tavares, known for his aggressive cost-cutting and efficiency-focused leadership, had painted a picture of Stellantis as a company poised for greatness. Under his watch, Stellantis boasted record revenues. But those numbers came at a cost. Layoffs, production cuts, and worker discontent were the other side of the coin. For many employees and union leaders, Tavares' departure is both a relief and a wake-up call. Shawn Fain, president of the United Auto Workers, hasn't minced words about the state of Stellantis. He's openly criticized the company's leadership, calling their approach to layoffs and restructuring a disgrace. According to Fain, the disconnect between corporate executives and factory workers has never been wider. And it's not just about the workers. Tavares' exit raises bigger questions about Stellantis' direction. Who will lead the company now, and will their priorities align with the workers, dealers, and consumers who depend on these vehicles? As Stellantis moves forward, the shadow of Tavares' leadership will loom large, influencing every decision the company makes. The Ram 1500's struggles are just the beginning. Behind every unsold truck and every layoff is a story of communities grappling with economic uncertainty. Layoff chaos. The headlines don't tell the full story of what's happening behind Stellantis' factory doors. Layoffs have become a devastating reality for thousands of workers, leaving entire communities in turmoil. It started earlier this year with the Warren Truck Assembly Plant, where Stellantis announced plans to lay off 2,450 workers, a staggering number that signaled deeper trouble ahead. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. By July 2024, Stellantis made another shocking move. temporary layoffs for over 4,000 employees at the same facility. Imagine the uncertainty of walking into work, unsure whether your job will be waiting for you next week. For 1,600 of these workers, the news was especially grim. The elimination of the second shift meant permanent job losses. So, what's driving these drastic cuts? The numbers are hard to ignore. A 21% drop in vehicle sales compared to the previous year has forced Stellantis to hit the brakes on production. The winding down of the Ram 1500 Classic further compounded the problem, creating a ripple effect that extended far beyond just one factory. And it's not just Warren. At the Toledo Assembly Complex, workers building Jeep Gladiators are facing their own struggles. Production halts and temporary layoffs have left half of the plant's 5,000 employees on edge. The story is the same across Stellantis' facilities. Detroit Assembly Complex MAC saw cuts earlier this year, and supplemental staff in multiple locations were let go. By now, it's clear. This isn't just a company problem, it's an industry-wide reckoning. Ripple effects on communities. When factory jobs disappear, the impact doesn't stop at the factory gates. These aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet, they're real people, real families, and real communities left reeling from the loss of steady paychecks. And the effects go far beyond those who lost their jobs. Take a small-town cafe near one of Stellantis' factories. For years, it's been a go-to spot for workers grabbing breakfast before their shifts. But now, with layoffs piling up, foot traffic has slowed to a trickle. The same story plays out at local grocery stores, hardware shops, and gas stations. Businesses that once thrived on factory workers' incomes are now struggling to stay afloat. This is what economists call the multiplier effect, and it's brutal. As laid-off workers tighten their budgets, local businesses see their sales drop. This forces them to cut hours or lay off employees of their own, creating a domino effect that spreads through the entire community. What starts as a factory closure can ripple outward, leaving a once thriving town hollowed out. The pressure doesn't stop there. As unemployment rises, social services become overwhelmed. Food banks, already stretched thin, now have to accommodate a surge in demand. Local governments facing declining tax revenue may be forced to cut services like schools and public safety. The sense of stability that these communities once relied on is slipping away. Union tensions and worker demands. Amid the chaos, the unions are stepping up to fight for workers' rights. But even here, tensions are running high. Many workers are frustrated, feeling like their leaders haven't done enough to protect them. Some have accused union executives of being out of touch, prioritizing negotiations over real action. It's a powder keg of discontent, and all it needs is a spark. That spark might just be Shawn Fain. The fiery president of the United Auto Workers, UAW, has become a central figure in this unfolding drama. Known for his no-nonsense approach, Fain hasn't hesitated to call out Stellantis' leadership, labeling their handling of layoffs as a total disgrace. He's rallied workers with the rallying cry to fight like hell, emphasizing the need for solidarity in the face of corporate cost-cutting. The UAW's demands are clear. Job security. With Stellantis transitioning to electric vehicles, workers want guarantees that they won't be left behind in the shift to new technology. Fair pay and benefits. Many of the workers affected by layoffs are new hires earning far less than their more experienced colleagues. The union is pushing for wage parity and the restoration of benefits that have eroded over the years. Accountability at the top. Stellantis executives recently awarded themselves a 56% pay raise, a move that didn't sit well with workers watching their jobs disappear. The union is demanding more equitable treatment, pointing out the stark contrast between executive bonuses and factory closures. And the union isn't just talking. They've already hinted at the possibility of a large-scale strike, one that could bring Stellantis' operations to a grinding halt. It's a bold move, but the stakes are high enough to justify it. For many workers, this isn't just about jobs. It's about dignity, fairness, and a sense of security in a rapidly changing industry. The battle lines have been drawn, but as unions fight for their workers, Stellantis is making bold moves of its own, including a limited edition truck that's raising eyebrows across the industry. Is this a sign of desperation or a brilliant strategy? And how does the decline of the Ram 1500 fit into the bigger picture? A shocking sales decline. The numbers don't lie. Ram is in trouble. In the first half of 2024, Ram sales plunged by a staggering 19.5%, amounting to 45,500 fewer trucks sold compared to the same period in 2023. For a brand that once stood tall in the competitive truck market, this decline is more than just a hiccup. It's a warning sign. Ram isn't the only Stellantis brand feeling the heat. Jeep's sales have dropped 19%, with its popular Wrangler and Gladiator models taking hits of 17% and 24% respectively. Even the Grand Cherokee, once a cornerstone of Jeep's lineup, has seen a 26% decline. Over at Chrysler, the story is just as bleak. A 16% dip for the Pacifica minivan and a jaw-dropping 53% plunge for the Chrysler 300 sedan. Dodge hasn't escaped unscathed either, with sales of its Challenger and Charger models dropping by 11% and 34% respectively. But let's focus on Ram, the heart of Stellantis' truck lineup. The competition is fierce, with brands like Ford and Chevrolet pulling ahead. Chevrolet, in particular, has surged, selling nearly 100,000 more trucks than Ram during the same period. It's a stark reminder that in the truck market, standing still means falling behind. The Final Edition. Faced with these challenges, Stellantis has made a bold move: the introduction of the Ram 1500 TRX Final Edition Haas, a limited edition model designed to capture attention and dollars. Priced at a jaw-dropping $249,950, this truck is being marketed as a collectible, a nod to Ram's legacy and a signal of where Stellantis sees the brand heading. With only 4,000 units being produced globally, Stellantis is betting on exclusivity to generate buzz. Of these, 340 units will be shipped to the Middle East and 130 units to Australia, leaving the rest for the US market. Each truck features satin titanium beadlock wheels, distinctive TRX badging, and a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 engine producing an astounding 702 horsepower. It's a beast of a machine capable of hitting 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds and blazing through a quarter mile in 12.9 seconds. This isn't just a truck, it's a statement. Stellantis is leaning into Ram's reputation for power and performance, hoping that the TRX Final Edition will remind buyers of what makes Ram special. But there's a catch. At this price point, the Final Edition isn't aimed at the average truck buyer. It's a luxury product, a far cry from the affordable workhorses that built Ram's reputation. Pricing and accessibility. Here's where things get tricky. While the Ram 1500 TRX Final Edition may turn heads, it highlights a broader issue: Ram's growing inaccessibility to its core audience. The average starting price for a new Ram truck is now hovering around $70,000, with high-end models pushing past $80,000. For many working-class buyers, these prices are simply out of reach. Consider this. Financial experts recommend that car payments should account for no more than 10 to 15% of your monthly income. To comfortably afford an $80,000 truck, you'd need to earn around $150,000 per year, a figure far above the median household income in the U.S. For many potential buyers, Ram's current pricing strategy feels like a barrier, not an invitation. And then there's the issue of depreciation. Trucks, like most vehicles, lose value the moment they leave the dealership lot. For a high-priced model like the Ram 1500, this depreciation can be significant, often as much as 15 to 20% in the first year alone. For buyers, that's a tough pill to swallow, especially when paired with the rising costs of fuel, maintenance, and insurance. The result? Ram trucks are sitting unsold on dealership lots. Rows of 2023 and 2024 models remain untouched, forcing dealers to offer steep discounts, sometimes as much as 20% off MSRP, just to clear inventory. While these discounts may attract some buyers, they also raise questions about Ram's pricing strategy. If customers expect constant markdowns, it could erode the brand's premium image over time. So where does Ram go from here? Reliability concerns, shifting consumer preferences, and Stellantis' push toward electrification all loom large on the horizon. In Part 4, we'll explore the challenges Ram must overcome to stay competitive and how Stellantis plans to navigate this turbulent landscape. Is this the end of an era or the start of a bold new chapter? Stay tuned. Reliability concerns. The Ram 1500 has always been celebrated for its rugged design and performance, but even the most loyal fans will admit that it's not without its flaws. Over the years, a few key reliability issues have cast a shadow over the truck's otherwise solid reputation. One of the most infamous problems is the hemi-lifter tick. If you've ever heard an odd ticking sound from a Ram truck's engine, chances are it's this issue. It often starts around the 70,000-mile mark, just when owners are expecting their trucks to hit their stride. Left unchecked, the problem can escalate to worn camshafts, which could lead to catastrophic engine failure. Repairing this issue can cost thousands of dollars, making it a serious concern for owners. And that's not all. Ram trucks have also been plagued by broken or warped exhaust manifold bolts, leading to exhaust leaks. Not only does this hurt performance, but it also negatively impacts fuel efficiency, something no truck owner wants to deal with, especially with rising gas prices. Fixing this problem is labor-intensive and expensive, adding to the frustration of owners who expect better from a premium truck. Then there are the recalls. In 2024 alone, Ram faced multiple recalls, including a serious issue with the transmission control unit in the 2023 models of the Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500. Poor welding in the unit led to transmission fluid leaks, which could cause a total loss of driving power or prevent the vehicle from shifting into park. While these recalls aim to fix the problems, they've dented customer confidence in the brand. Stellantis' mid-sized revival. As Stellantis faces mounting challenges, the company is banking on more than just limited editions to turn things around. One of their most intriguing strategies is the potential revival of the Ram Dakota, a mid-sized truck that could fill a gap in Ram's lineup and attract a new generation of buyers. The mid-sized truck market has been heating up, with competitors like Toyota's Tacoma and Ford's Ranger dominating the segment. A modern Ram Dakota could capitalize on this demand, offering a balance of power, size, and affordability that appeals to buyers who don't need a full-size truck. While details are still under wraps, the buzz surrounding the Dakota's return shows that Stellantis is serious about expanding Ram's appeal. But that's not all. Stellantis has also introduced the Ram Rampage, a compact truck that recently debuted in Brazil. With its sleek design and practical features, the Rampage has sparked speculation about whether it could be brought to the U.S. market. If Stellantis can successfully position these trucks alongside the Ram 1500, it could help the brand regain lost ground in an increasingly competitive landscape. Stellantis' future strategy. Looking ahead, Stellantis faces a critical challenge, balancing its legacy of rugged, gas-powered trucks with the growing demand for electric vehicles. The transition to electrification is no small task, but it's one that Stellantis can't afford to ignore. Governments around the world are implementing stricter emission standards, and competitors like Tesla and Rivian are setting the pace with innovative EV offerings. Stellantis' Ram Revolution concept, an all-electric version of the Ram truck, is a bold step in this direction. Promising cutting-edge technology and impressive performance, the Ram Revolution aims to position the brand as a leader in the EV market. However, the question remains, will buyers embrace an electric Ram, especially given the higher upfront costs and limited charging infrastructure in rural areas where many truck owners live? At the same time, Stellantis is doubling down on its luxury strategy. High-end models like the Ram 1500 TRX Final Edition showcase the brand's ability to deliver premium vehicles, but they also highlight the growing disconnect between Ram's pricing and its traditional customer base. To succeed, Stellantis will need to strike a balance, offering innovative, high-end options without alienating the working-class buyers who built Ram's legacy. Finally, there's the question of trust. The past year has been a tumultuous one for Stellantis, with layoffs, recalls, and leadership changes shaking the confidence of workers, dealers, and customers alike. Rebuilding this trust will require more than flashy announcements. It will demand tangible results, from better quality vehicles to stronger community engagement. A road paved with challenges. The story of Stellantis and the Ram 1500 is one of resilience, reinvention, and reckoning. From its glory days as a symbol of American toughness to its current struggles with reliability and market competition, Ram's journey reflects the broader challenges facing the automotive industry. As Stellantis moves forward, the stakes couldn't be higher. Can the company successfully transition to an electrified future while honoring its legacy? Will the revival of models like the Dakota and the introduction of the Ram Revolution be enough to restore Ram's place in the market? Or are we witnessing the beginning of the end for one of America's most iconic truck brands? These are the questions that will define Stellantis' next chapter, and the answers will shape the future of the truck market itself. What do you think about Stellantis' bold moves and Ram's current struggles? Is the company on the right track, or does it have a long way to go? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. While you're here, check out the video on your screen for more insights into the world of trucks and the automotive industry. Thanks for watching.